everybody. Welcome to the Snow West Show. I'm your host, Ryan Harris. We're heydays. This is probably our last episode of the weekend. I swear we've done 10 of these things. We had a great one earlier this morning with Arctic. So you're going to go, if you're watching this on the Snow West Magazine YouTube channel, first off, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us line up shows and get access to guests and keep churning out the content. We really appreciate you all listening, logging in and listening to this. But go back and look at the other episodes that we've done from heydays. We did a great episode with Brad Darling and Troy Halverson about Arctic Cat, and we got the whole story on how this acquisition happened. And Troy never left Arctic Cat. He was there through the whole pre-Textron, during Textron, after Textron. Brad Darling obviously worked there at Arctic Cat up until 2016. Left, went to Argo, and then wound up leading that group that came back and bought Arctic Cat back. So that crazy story there. We had another episode you can go back and find on the channel. Great episode this morning with Lynx. We talked to Caleb Kosterky and Nels Ide from Polaris about the factory mod that they released here. A couple other episodes that I'm going to forget as well too because my brain's fried. But man, we saved the best for last.
That's an honor.
It is. It better be an honor.
I don't know if it's true, but hey, I'm gonna roll with that.
Oh man, we've got Kris Kaltenbacher, better known as Smasher, better known as the Beard, and for those of you that don't know, because I don't know who doesn't know, but for those of you that don't know, this guy is an icon from the Boondockers video era. Dan Gardner's project of starting this, and you got when did that even start?
Way before me, three movies before me. So I think I came in Boondockers 5.
So that all started in the early 2000s, and some of those covers are the iconic shots of like Dan Gardner on the orange M7, jumping off the rock face, and just bluebird sky behind him. Just a beautiful shot. That was shot by our own Court Deuce at Snow West Magazine back then. But Smasher, you've been in this Boondocker video series, mountain rider at heart. Native of Alaska, but moved down to Nevada. You and your family live in
correct in Reno,
Reno or Sparks.
Sparks, yes.
But yeah, just a mountain legend in the sport, really, and a decade or more of being in the sport and riding and doing crazy things and just awesome clips and everything. And then you're like, okay, this is winding down. I think I'm going to take the easy route and I'm just going to start racing Iron Dog.
Kind of something like that. I mean, I'd always kind of dreamed of doing it. I had asked Dan Gardner a couple times. I mean, I talked about it with Adam Onash, and it was just kind of a dream.
So, what is Iron Dog? If people don't know, what is it? The
worst, greatest, most awesome accomplishment you could do.
There you go.
2,500 miles across the state of Alaska. You start in Big Lake. You go through McGrath, Unalakleet, Selawik, Norvik, Kotzebue, Gnome, and then you go all the way back to Big Lake. And it's 2,500 miles. It's 8 days. You get 40 hours of layover time and 40 hours of layover time on the way back that you can use. Once you've exhausted those 40 hours, you are on the clock nonstop. And you have certain checkpoints you have to have layovers at. You can work on your sled anytime you want, as long as you're on the clock. Once you're off the clock, you have to have a race marshal there to work on them, and then they will time you, and then that's added to your overall time.
That's great. So this insane snowmobile race, that is this January?
Starts February 14th.
February 14th. That just, sometimes to even call it a snowmobile race is pushing it, because you did, I don't know how many miles in zero snow, green grass.
I've been saying about 80. It could be 70-ish, but yeah, you're talking anywhere between 60 and 80 miles of what we're sitting on right here. Maybe like 5-inch minus river rock.
Yeah.
We're going over river rock, tusk heads that are frozen, concrete, solid tundra balls that are that you're bridging from going over the top of them. Tundra, logs, trees. It's the nastiest thing that you could ever think about doing on a sled, and it was extremely wild.
So this was your third year?
Yeah, this is my third year. We're going on 4.
Third year race, and you're looking for a top 10. You finished number 12 this year, so you're getting closer. You want to get top 10 so you get that big golf tournament check.
Yep, the Happy Gilmore check. I want it.
So run us through real quick. Well, not real quick, but we want to hear the crazy stories. Just start at day one, showing up in Alaska.
Well, so day one, we're gonna start with this year. So day one will most likely, I've already started contacting sponsors.
This year's event.
Yeah, I've started contacting sponsors, people that want to help. Obviously my main sponsors I've contacted, they're going to help. And then once you get that all planned away and you have to sign up for a sled, get allocated a sled by Polaris. Sometimes that takes a little bit of work, not being known within the race industry like that. Get allocated your sled, your partner. Then we'll head up there probably December 30th this year. We'll be there the 30th, and we'll go through the 7th, and we'll build our sleds. In those days, I'm talking real quick, you're going to stud the track. You're going to take apart the rear skid completely, add different bolts, Loctite everything, mark everything, put steel shafts in some of the suspension, braces, quam kits, caulk the whole entire tonneau, put your lights, your GPS, windshield, Arctic FX wrap, tanks, and then different skis or whatever. That basically, now your sled's done.
But and you go to Alaska to do this.
Yeah, I go up to Fairbanks and go up there and build it with the Carroll Racing team, and we'll build it up there in the garage. And you're doing that for 10 to 12 hours a day, just nonstop, and just keep doing it over and over and over until it's done. Then you go out and you'll test ride it for 100 to 200 miles, check everything, tweak a little bit, get your suspension dialed in, and then you just kind of wait for the race. I'm hoping to do a quick run from maybe Fairbanks to Tanana and back, or up to Ruby and back. Do that in a couple of days just to learn the river, because this year it's going out of Fairbanks. We finish in Fairbanks, so I kind of would like to know that river, because you basically from Ruby now to Fairbanks, it's all on the Yukon.
So then take us to race week.
So then race week. So then you get the banquet where you draw, you get your number and everything, and then after that,
that's your start position, or what?
Yeah,
what's the number?
Yep.
Okay.
That'll be where you start. So so far, I'm not sure how many teams. I think we're 20, 22. I'd like to be like at 10, 11, 9, somewhere in there. That's my goal. I think I've been 22 and 23 leaving so far. And then once that's done, you go to tech day, where they go all your safety equipment, make sure your sled's registered, you have all your safety gear, everything that you're supposed to have, and then you pack that all back on the sled. Then you wait a couple of days, and then February 14th is race day, and you get to the ice, and you get dressed on the trailer, and you pull your sled out, and then the nerves hit. Like, we're going to do this. We're doing 2,500 miles across the state of Alaska.
In how many days?
8 days.
All right. So you leave when your number's up and you leave and you take off. Are there like signs like turn here, race goes this way? Yeah. Like they go out and put signs up everywhere, right?
Yeah, everywhere. It's super. You could Stevie Wonder
flashing lights.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder. You could do it Braille if you really want. No, it is. What's funny is one of the racers, his name's Mike Morgan. I was giving him a hard time, like, how hard can this race be? I mean, you guys are riding on a trail. And he's like, yeah, whatever, bud. And whatever, bud. And then once I finally did it, now there's nothing. You get some trees here, you get some branches here. I mean, the villagers do a great job of putting up markers along the way. They do tripods, reflected tripods. They do a really good job, but not everything can be marked 100%. It's 2,500 miles. And without the villages and the people that donate a lot of time, this would never happen. But there is a trail for some of it. Once you get up on the coast, there's not really a set.
So how are you navigating your way?
You got a GPS, and you get your GPS coordinates from other racers that have gone. They'll share their tracks with you, and you just you have a GPS that sits right on there. You also have we do the 7S on our sleds, so you have the 7S gauge. So you have two GPSs that are working pretty close to each other. But once in a while, you might get they'll vary a little bit here and there, because there's so many multiple tracks. Sometimes when you go across the bay, there's a straight shot. So other days you have to go around.
But when you say the bay, you're talking about just across the ocean. And
yeah.
It's mostly frozen, sometimes not.
The ocean, yes, you're right. I was going to say it's always frozen, but no, we had one year that wasn't. But most of the time, yes, around the edges maybe. And mostly it's because the sea ice or the seawater is blowing up on the sea ice because of the change of the winds, low tide, high tide.
So you got water on top of ice. So
yes.
You're not going to sink to the bottom of the ocean, but you're going to be in open water.
You hope not. I mean, I've heard stories of people sinking in 8 feet deep water, and literally swimming to shore.
But is it dark most of the race?
Yeah. If Alaskans are going to kill me for this, but I believe it was getting light around like 9-ish, 10, and then you're getting dark around 3, so that's your window. And I like riding at night better because we have really good lights, just massive lights, and it's easier to see, especially if it's storming. You can see during the day. I've told that story where I've gone through and not been able to see 25 feet in front of you. So yeah, lights are key.
So you're racing, and you're they were talking about at either the Skidoo booth or the Polaris booth, just the average speed that the Iron Dog racers are doing is like 56 miles an hour.
Yeah,
average. And that's pretty incredible. It might have even been a little faster than that, but that's incredible considering the distance that you're going. But you're navigating, you're looking a little bit visual just so you don't hit something that's going to kill you, and then you're looking at your GPS, 2 GPS gauges, just to make sure you're on the right course.
Yeah. And then it's not as bad as it sounds, but it's not as easy as it sounds. I mean, as long as you're within a range of that GPS point, it's just a straight line on your GPS, but you could be 5 miles off it or something, but you're still going to eventually come to the same point when you're going across the bay. So you got to think of like a half moon. You could go straight across, or maybe you need to go, but there's still a point, still a village you have to come to. So it just kind of did the ice and the weather and the sea ice and how it's been formed kind of dictates how you're going to go.
Is it a free for all, just point to point, like you can pick your own way, or do you have to be in between gates?
Some areas it is. You can vary a little bit. You still need to make it each checkpoint, but they do have certain areas that they have marked off. Like the first day, you can't take the Iron Dog Trail or the Iditarod Trail that has a shorter cut that they go through a pass that they don't allow the sledders to go through, and it's over by Whiskey Bravo and stuff like that. But there is certain ways that you do have to go. Yes, maybe not exact trail, but route.
So if I were to follow you and do this race, would we get lost occasionally? Real quick, I just want to say thanks to the companies that support the Snow West Show. Please support these companies and that are involved in the snowmobile industry. First off, Fly Racing is the #1 gear brand in Supercross and motocross, and they bring that same product innovation to snowmobiling. Whether it's monosuits, helmets, boots, gloves, or goggles, Fly Racing has you covered for your snowmobile gear head to toe. Check them out at flyracing.com or Fly Racing Snow on socials. And thanks to DV Inc. for supporting the show. Head on over to dvinc.com and check out their custom wrap builder with their new interactive design tools that make designing and customizing wraps easy. Their new colorizer tool randomizes color combinations until you land on the look you love. Then try the Design Mixer tool to see all the DV Inc. designs in the colors you've selected. Check it out at dvinc.com. Patrick Custom Carbon is the industry leader in clutch balancing and lightning, with over 50 years of experience in the snowmobile industry to make your snowmobile clutches run smoother, faster, and more efficient. For more information, go to patrickcustomcarbon.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram. And thanks to Tempest Optics, these goggles feature an automatic lens heating system that sets the bar for fog prevention. We wear them. They just signed Steve Martin. They have a huge assortment of lens options. They're easy to swap. We get 3 to 5 rides on a single charge out of these, and they will stay charged for a very long time. No on and off switch, no external battery pack, no power cords, just charge them and ride. Check them out at tempestoptics.com and on social media. And welcome to the show, EasyLink. We've seen EasyLink stuff on trucks, snowmobiles, and UTVs for a while now. EasyLink connects your truck, your UTV, or your snowmobile with one device, making diagnostics, recalibrations, flash support, and factory functions easier than ever. One device, one platform, all your machines connected with EasyLink. See more at easylink.com. And thanks to Caliber Products. They've been the leader in trailer glides and snowmobile shop wheels for years, but did you know they also do flooring for trailers and shops, ramps, and a bunch of other accessories? One of the coolest things that we've seen is the Traction Ladder HD. This allows your track to engage with the ramp sooner for safer, more controlled loading on any sled deck ramp or bed loading ramp. Check out all the products Caliber offers at caliberproductsinc.com. Now back to the show.
No, I'm pretty confident now with being lost in the past. Buckland has been a nemesis of mine. That little village. I don't know why it's so hard for me to remember which way to go, but no.
What happened there? Because did you have to backtrack a little this year?
Yeah, well, we ran out of gas on the way there. I could see their radio antenna. We were a couple miles away, but yeah, I ran out of fuel. And then when we came in, as you're leaving, they said that I believe it was a mile up the river. The route had changed a little bit, and there was 2 little bushes in the river, and you're supposed to take a right there. But my GPS,
bushes?
Yeah, like little, not like a bush, maybe like 5 feet tall, but just little alders, and they put them in the ice. And then the trail went that way.
That's your marker.
Yeah, that was my marker.
You're doing 60 miles an hour looking
and
for these little bushes.
Blew right by it. Austin and I went about 15 minutes too far, and then I saw the trail that went to Kotzebue, and I was like, oh, my God, we went the wrong way again. But my GPS actually told me to keep going, and which I couldn't. And this is something, if I would have followed my GPS, it would have brought me to my point again. But I didn't know that, so we had to backtrack, get back on it.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. So eventually, most GPS trails will bring you to your exact point. But I'm learning that. That's not something that,
So this is where, the years and years of race experience make these
100%.
Give you a lot better odds of getting
Yep.
the top 10 finish.
Yep.
So this last year was kind of unique because there was a stretch where you just didn't have any snow, which is weird for Alaska in the middle of February. And this is the burn section?
Yeah, they call it the farewell burn.
Okay, so where do you come into that? Like, do you just run out of snow, or does it start getting marginal?
No,
do you come down out of the elevation?
So we'll cut it short. So basically, from Anchorage to Squintina, there was no snow in Anchorage either. Like Big Lake, it was just solid ice, and then just 4-foot ice whoops going out onto the river. You get on the river, and then it was just solid ice. I mean, it was like a freeway. You're watching for logs and rocks and sandbars. Then you get into Squintina and you climb up an elevation, and then it gets snowy. Then eventually you get into the South Fork, which I think is the worst part of the Iron Dog race because it's the lower part of the Kuskokwim River, and it's just nasty. So anyways, you follow that up, and then you can just see the snow. It just starts to go away, and it's like you come around a bend, and it's just river rock. And you go up to the checkpoint, and you're driving across rock and ice, and you pull up and you get your fuel, and from there on out it's just dirt, and you know it's coming in your head.
Psychologically, that's got to be tough because you're snowmobiling.
Well, we were told that there was no snow, but in my head I'm like, okay, we'll go. But once you start riding in it, you really realize how awful it is. Just the sounds a sled makes. We all know what a sled sounds like on snow, and it's horrible. And then it's hard to ride because you can feel it dragging. And for a mountain rider, I'm just destroying a sled. But these sleds are built so darn tough and it just overheats. You get up to 200 degrees, 205, and it just shuts down on you. You sit there and you wait for it to cool, and you start it back up. And I was talking to my old partner, Eric. I think northbound, he said he had 75 turnoffs.
So if that's like an 80-mile stretch, you have to shut off about every mile.
Yeah.
And let it sit and cool off.
Yep. And go.
So you're getting up to 180, 190, and then shutting off. You were shutting off at 180 for a while, and then you learned that some of the other racers could push it to 200.
Push it 200. And I also learned, like some of the racers had dry ice. Some of the icers were you could take off your seat on a Polaris, and you could put ice underneath your seat, and then it would keep the coolers, and they were going longer. If you keep going faster on the sled, it's circulating the water faster, so the water's not getting hotter. When you're going slower, it's circulating less and heating up the motor more. So, those are little things that I'm learning about the Iron Dog race where, like, Bradley and Mike Morgan, they came by me, and they looked like the Tasmanian Devils. Like, they flew by us.
In the dirt?
Oh, yeah. Just hauling the mail. Complete. Didn't even know we were there, and they came smoking by us. But in my head, I haven't formed that roughness on me, I guess, to say just beat your sled and go.
So how long do you have to sit and wait for it to cool down once it hits 200?
About 10, 15 minutes. But it only cooled down 15 degrees, 10 degrees.
So you do a mile and a half, and then sit for 10, 15 minutes. And then a mile and a half, sit for 10 for 15 minutes.
Yep.
75 stops?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
And I think on the way back we were doing over 2 miles, 2.5 miles.
And this is
fun.
I don't know.
I paid to do this.
I don't know if this is fun. Yeah, you paid to do this.
I paid to do this. But it's you look at these guys as racers, and it's just incredible that you can do this. That you build your machine and you can mentally get yourself into this where you can mentally push through this. I just think it's incredible. I mean, I'm fascinated by it. I don't know why. It's miserable. It's hard. It's losing fingernails and frostbite, but it's just very intriguing to me.
So from the burn, what happens after that? How do you get back into snow? Just gain elevation?
Yeah, after the burn, you go into a little town named Nikolai, and then you just start going, and you get up to McGrath, and the snow it just magically appears. It just comes back. You can see it coming back, or the banks of the river have a little bit more snow on them. Then you cut through the trees, and then you get through some of the smaller lakes and marsh areas, and it just has more snow. And you get to McGrath, and it's cold, and they have snow, and then from there it's just you just keep going, and it just gets more and more snow. Then you get higher in the elevation.
So where do you stay at night?
McGrath, you stay at like a bed and breakfast place there. That's your first layover. Your second night, we stay in Unalakleet, and I stay with a high school buddy of mine that I went to high school with. He lives there, so we stay with him and his wife and his son. And the next day, you're in Kotzebue. You stay at a hotel in Kotzebue. Next day, fourth day, you're in Gnome, and that's the halfway. So then you have to stay in a hotel, or if you know people, you can stay anywhere you want. And then on the way back, it's a little different because you go Gnome usually either to Galena or Ruby, and you stay with a family there. The villagers all love you. They want you to stay with you, and they'll feed you and give you somewhere warm to sleep, and get up, and away you go.
And you're relying on them for food and everything there?
Food, yeah.
Do you pack food with you, pack water, or do you even stop to drink any?
Water you can't carry. It will freeze. It just, you can't. I tried a little like just a bottled water because going through the burn, you got thirsty and it froze. No, but when you come at each checkpoint, they do have water with straws. Food, I carry blocks from Gatorade or goo packs. Anything else that just freeze. Obviously I don't want to eat jerky because that'll just sit in your stomach. You want quick energy, candy bars just freeze. Anything that'll freeze, you just can't. I've even tried those little honey, the little honeybees. I've tried eating those, the waffle things, and chewing it and putting it in your face mask because you don't take off your helmet all day. Your helmet stays on. From the time you get dressed, you don't ever get undressed.
Right.
Ever, unless it's something catastrophic. But
and then you get to Gnome, and then
halfway
spend
point.
the night.
Yeah, you spend the night for 2 nights.
Okay.
They have the banquet there. They have a banquet there for the halfway prizes and stuff like that. And then they talk to you about the return. And then that's when the road race starts. That's when you can see people really starting to get in their groove and start watching people go for it.
So how many miles was it from Fairbanks to Gnome?
Fairbanks to Gnome, I think it's about 1,000, somewhere in there. Yeah, I think it's 1,000. I'm not exactly sure, but to Big Lake, I think it was 1,000. So,
and then then the second half of the race for you, like what's that like? The race back to the truck. Like is this like finishing a ride and you're like, oh, it's finally time to go home?
Yeah, it is. There is a mental change. This year, I got really sick in Gnome, real sick. Like I was shivering in my bed, calling my wife, telling her I'm not going to make it. Like I was so sick. I was just awfully miserable. So. We leave Gnome. I'm sweating in my helmet. It's blowing. It's 6. I think we left at 6:02 in the morning. And this year they cut the race a day shorter. So we did 740 miles. I think it was 740 miles that day. So we went all the way from Gnome to Unalakleet, which that usually takes 2 days. Usually we went Gnome to McGrath, and usually you go Gnome to Galena or Ruby and stay the night there, and then go to McGrath the next day. But this year, 740 miles. Sick, miserable, and I think we did it in 14 and a half hours.
Okay, but that makes my brain hurt. 714 miles in one day?
Yeah. And you know what? Honest to God, the first half, until you get into that mindset, for about the first hour, I was a little miserable. And then once we got to Unalakleet, Austin and I were in a pretty good groove. And we were doing good. And then we caught up to another team, and we passed them coming into Caltag, so that gets your adrenaline going. And then all the way into Ruby, it was beautiful. I mean, it was good snow, suds were running good. And then from Ruby to Portman, we did pretty good there, too. That's a fun run. That's really fun because it's basically a mining road for most of it. So you just haul the mail. And the bushes have grown so far into it, you just hide behind your windshield and they're just slapping you. I need to GoPro some of this, but you can feel them hitting your body and you just cruise down these roads as fast as you can possibly go.
Have you, and I'm going to knock on wood or whatever, but have you crashed?
Yeah. This year I crashed and fractured my wrist and my elbow dislocated and went back in, kind of stretched all the tendons. That was 200 miles from the finish.
What happened?
I tipped over. We had ice, and we were carrying ice in these bags, these burlap bags, and I want to tie mine onto the back of my sled because I knew I was going to use it. So I put it in between my legs, and I tucked my feet into the footrest, the footwells, and I tipped over on one of those huge tundra heads. And when I tipped over, I didn't, I kept my arm there, and when it came down, it hit, and it broke the wrist.
Whew.
And then the year I ran with Eric, I wrecked and went butt over tea kettle, bent my handlebars down, fixed that, cracked my windshield, and then I ejected once in Rainy Pass. The snow was real punchy, and there was a huge boulder underneath it, and it bucked me off. But other than that, no wrecks. Good. Last year, just the tip over.
That's crazy. First year, though, did you have some problems out on the open water?
Yeah, the first year with the ambassador team, Chris Olds, Roger Brown, and then the 2 Polaris engineers, they went for a little swim.
Oh, man. I don't know. Yeah, you can say this sounds like fun, but I mean, it sounds like fun hearing the stories.
It's like one of those things that's so hard to fathom that you can do it, and once you do it, it just becomes addicting because you learn something. And some of the guys up there, like Todd Palin, Chris Olds, Mike Morgan, people that I talk to, they just give you a little bit of information. Ryan, they just give you pieces of information, and you're like, oh, I could cure this. Even like last year, Chris Carroll is with Carroll Racing, and he's done it 5 times, and he helps us build our sleds. And even this year he's helping, and his son is now not my partner, but his son and his best friend, and we're still all kind of together. But he teaches you so much, and you just learn, and you're like, oh, I want to learn more. I want more. And it is miserable. I will not lie. Logistically, money-wise, and just 8 days on the snow, just going balls to the wall as fast as you can. But it's just, if you look at it on a map, it's just incredible to me. It is the most ruthless, incredible thing that you could do.
I mean, it's impressive, and it's hard to fully appreciate what the terrain is like and what just the vastness of Alaska is like, because there's nothing up there.
Nothing.
And you're just running rivers and turning left at that tree and then turn right at this tree and running through, the forest with no snow, just down a dirt trail. And I hope I get some pictures and videos from you.
I will.
I know
I'll try this
when
year.
you're sitting there waiting for your engine. Well, even from this last year,
Yes.
you have a couple things.
Yes.
And I want to throw that on here just so people can have a
I
visual of what you're talking about. But yeah, it's just great. So what goes into the prep mode now, knowing that you're going to be back up there in December, setting sleds up, and back up there in February racing?
Just from being at Heydays, got all the sponsors, get parts starting sent up to Fairbanks, and then getting money together, and we've got tanks ordered and rail braces ordered, and Delta Power Sports up there in Fairbanks, I've got them. We'll start putting in a parts list with them and just make sure that everything is there for December 30th, and December 31st when we wake up, it's go time. Chris Carroll pretty much have our sleds pulled apart for us and start adding studs and everything else I talked about, and you just get them done the right way, and it's everything has to be 100% perfect, 100%.
And you're racing the Polaris cross country
600R. Yep.
Man, and how many years will you continue it? Will you stop if you get a top 10, or will you keep going?
It's going to depend on probably 3 things. One will depend on how well my body holds up. If I get hurt again, that could deter me. If Cole and I, my new partner, if we get a top 10 and he wants to do it again, then I'd like to do it back to back with the same partner to see if I could do better.
Yeah.
But if I get a top 10, I may call it, because my goal was to do it once. I did it as an ambassador, and I told my wife that wasn't really a race, so I wanted to race it. Then I raced it with Eric Christensen from Polaris. Then I was like, well, I want to go faster. I think I could do it faster. And I rode it with Austin, and we did it faster. And now the top 10, I just think it's icing on the cake.
So finishing 12th this last year, how far outside of the top 10 are you really?
I think we were 3.5 hours, and that was our northbound mistake.
So that 15 miles out of the way, was it 15 miles?
That
quarter by?
The burn, and then those other few mistakes.
Where are you going to make up 3.5 hours?
In the burn, and just running. We just have to, and just not getting turned around, not getting lost. Being more diligent about what we're doing. Less stops, maybe. Every time you slow down to look at your GPS, you're taking seconds off. So I think I'm learning the trail more, learning that I don't have to be exactly on that trail 100%.
Is there a risk to burning the sled down? I mean, obviously, these things will shut themselves down, but will it shut itself down 75, 80 times in a row over a few hours?
No. They seem to, they're resilient. They keep coming back.
So looking back at this last race, I'm sure you've gone through and made a mental checklist of like, okay, I can make up time here.
Yeah.
I make up time here. Like you said, that turn you missed at the bush.
Yep.
Now you know
minutes, 30
you
minutes.
could have continued on that route and just made it to the next checkpoint.
100%.
So where do you think you would have made up enough time on those two areas, knowing what you know?
If It's attitude also. My partner's father told me that on the way to McGrath, we had passed, I think, 7 teams. And Austin and I felt pretty good. And then we get into the second checkpoint, which is Whiskey Bravo. And we were like, where are all the teams? And we saw some teams, they were like, oh, they're ahead of you. And it kind of wore on us. Well, when we were in the burn, I had texted him, used the satellite feature on the iPhones, and I had texted Kris and said, hey, how we doing? He's like, man, you guys are behind. And I was like, well, what? Well, some other teams had taken a half-hour shortcut, but they were all grouped together. They took this little shortcut that on the way back we couldn't take, which didn't really matter. It was just a mind blow to me personally. I was thinking, man, we were kicking rear end, and now 30 minutes they've got on us. And so pulling into McGrath and seeing these other teams there, it deflated us a little. Maybe me, maybe not Austin, but the next day it carried over where I need to let that stuff go. Like, it was a mistake, you got to go. You got to make it up. So, yes, we mounted my lights wrong in the wrong spot, and that probably cost me 45 minutes the whole race of time. Getting those 3-4 lost, there's probably another hour total. So there's an hour and, 2 hours. 2 hours of lost time right there, and then 2 hours or 3 hours in the burn. So it's those little things. You just got to run a flawless race, and we did that other than the burn.
Jeez. Well, my hat's off to you, because you're probably the only mountain rider up there, right? Like, you've looked.
I was just asking Troy Conlon that. He was a mountain rider by nature, but yes, when you look at it, most of those guys are native to this. This is what they've raised doing. This is everything that they do. So it's new to me, and maybe new to. I know that there's a guy from Henderson, Nevada, that's running it. Eric is running it. But yes, I believe I'm the only true mountain rider that's what I do. So
yeah, like a well-known backcountry athlete.
Yeah,
that's been in a lot of forms of media.
Yeah,
and done all the videos and everything, and now you're up there doing this Iron Dog thing, and it's like we were talking about yesterday. It's kind of a shame that there's not better coverage or better way to see what this really looks like, because when people just say, hey, I'm running the Iron Dog, it's like, oh, cool. I don't know anything about that. Yeah. Like, I don't even know how all the checkpoints work and how long that is and everything. Like, I just know it's a long race and it's grueling and it's cool to win.
Yep.
But all these little details, like I don't 100%. Know if people really realize that you go 100 miles on flat out dirt with no snow. You can't even see snow in the mountains.
There's nothing. Like, you look around and it's just bare mountains foreverness.
That's got to be so defeating.
It was horrible. It is. And knowing that there's nothing you can do. No one's coming to get you. You can't just say, I quit. Nothing. You're doing it. That's it. And that's the crazy thing about the Iron Dog. So once you start to quit, it just is logistically hard and so much money just to quit.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure it's like anything else. Like, yeah, you wanted to do it the first year, and then there's this temptation to, like, improve, and then there's this commitment factor to, like, okay, I've got the support, so I'm halfway there.
100%.
So
just a little bit more.
Yeah,
a little bit more.
Who are your sponsors helping you do this?
Oh.
Do you need your phone for the list?
No, I think we got it. We've got Climb, Delta Sports, Vogue, SLP, Truck Boss. Hopefully, we got some other ones like Stud Boy, Power Mad, Oxbow, Snow West. Carroll Racing, my dad, my wife. Don't forget Candace Harris. We got to have her. Like, she's
going to join us on the show here in a second.
She's a huge support. So yes, those are people that have really come along. I've got Tide Table in Dillingham, Alaska, Reno Rock from Reno, Nevada, that's helped pitch in. I think there might be a couple more, and I'm sure I'm going to forget. So if I forgot you.
Zebros. Say Zebros.
Zebros has always been there for me.
Yeah.
So yes.
Cool. Well, we're looking forward to hearing this story again next year, because it's just such an incredible feat to see you go up and do this.
I'll bring my top 10 check.
And it's cooler almost because I feel like you're one of us.
100%.
We always hear the stories of the guys from back here, the big race names that go up and do it. That's also cool, just as cool. I'm not taking anything away from that, but I feel like you're just one of us.
Yeah,
one of the Deep Powder Mountain guys.
I'm a sucker, and they've reeled me in.
Yeah. Well, speaking of suckers, and we're reeling you in, you want to grab your chair? We're ready for you. You got to put a headset on though.
She's pretending like she doesn't know. And she's looking at her phone, so my hands have already started sweating.
She's rolling in prepared.
The real questions that the fans want.
This girl is.
I don't know what y'all were talking about, but
Yeah, you got to have the headset on, or nobody's going to hear you yet. So,
Oh, okay.
Here comes.
Can
the
you hear?
serious
Can you
face
hear?
already.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So if you remember any of the, like you were just telling Ben Burke, like some of the videos from the Utah Snowmobile Show and the Idaho Snowmobile Show 10, 12 years ago, there's some crazy moments in those shows where Candace and Emily would go around with the camera and just catch you guys off guard because I don't know, you had no idea. So this isn't a segment we're just kind of beta testing.
You
right?
look nervous, Smasher.
Look at my hands
You
are
look
sweating.
nervous.
My hands are sweating. I don't get nervous very often. If you see the sweat coming down the side of my face.
So we're gonna let Candace ask Smasher a few questions here.
I've got the real questions.
You do? What? Yeah, I'm coming. I gotta go.
These are the questions that the fans are really dying to know. So I don't know what y'all talked about before, but now we're getting serious.
We talked about snowmobiling. I
The
doubt we're going to
fans,
talk about
the fans,
snowmobiling
the fans.
anymore.
I think are you. You mean the fan?
Oh, okay. Well, one of my questions was if that beard can be braided. Can you braid that?
Yeah. One of the daughters. Someone was going to braid it for me for the Iron Dog because that was an idea.
Yeah, with a bow. Put a bow on the bottom of it.
I don't think I could do that.
Oh, come on.
Well, if I do it this year, I'll send you a picture. But
Okay.
we have tried to. We have tried
Okay.
to braid it. Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
First concert.
My first concert was Mr. Big in Anchorage, Alaska. I
Okay.
think it was Mr. Big and Scorpions.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember yours?
Oh, first concert?
Mm-hmm.
George Strait in Salt Lake City.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
I don't even know what Mr. Big sings, so.
I was going to say,
I don't know who
can
you're
you
talking
name a
about
song?
No, but everybody knows the Scorpions, so that's why I was
Yeah.
the Scorpions.
Okay. All right. Nice. Okay. Second question. Can you roll your R's?
Roll.
We had,
roll.
we had the Yanni from Skidoo or from
Yeah.
Lynx on
Yeah.
this morning, the 9 o'clock podcast. And so you know how they say Lynx, right? And Rave. So one of the Lynx snowmobiles is the Rave. Rave.
Rave.
R-A-V-E.
There you go.
Yeah, they say
Yeah,
Rave.
there you go.
Rave.
Yes.
Ravi Richard.
Yes. Very
Yeah.
good.
So we had a tongue rolling contest.
You
with-
can't roll your R's.
No, I can't roll my R's.
No,
It
I
ain't-
would have
it ain't
liked.
roll.
I would have
your
liked.
R's. R's. Radical. Yeah, I could roll them.
All right. See, these are easy. Easy
And these are
questions.
just to set you up.
Easy
Ross
questions.
Robinson could roll his, but it was like starting an old carbureted snowmobile. Like he had to start with some weird noise out of his throat, and then it eventually started rolling.
Oh dear. All right. These are easy, right?
Yeah,
Piece
I'm
of
waiting.
cake.
I'm waiting
Piece
for
of
them
cake.
coming.
Piece of cake. Okay. First celebrity crush.
Oh, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still to this day. If you're watching, honey, let's go.
A brunette.
Yeah, she. Yeah.
So-
Jennifer
so-
Love Hewitt.
So you're kind of a '90s kid.
Thanks, Ryan.
Smasher's old. He's old.
Yeah. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Okay. What would be your walk-up song?
Ooh. I get. It probably. I don't. Boy, that's a good one. I really, really like. I'd have to. You know what? Everybody knows me for, so I'd have to say, "Stop, collaborate, and listen." It'd be Vanilla Ice.
Okay.
Hit us with a couple bars of that, would you again?
Stop, collaborate, and listen. Oh, wait, stop, collaborate, and listen. I'm back with a brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and smash her a glow. To the extreme where I rock a man like a vandal. Light up the stage, watch jump like a candle.
That's a round of applause.
Did he already do that?
Yeah.
He did his mic check.
Yeah,
with
I
that.
did. Mic
Oh,
check.
okay, okay. Well, do you play that when you're like walking up to the Iron Dog? Like you have a walk-up song for that?
No, but I would have to do probably something country. It'd either have to be like Bailey Zimmerman or a Brantley Gilbert. that champagne song, that new champagne. Like I like country music. I really do. I've gotten big into country.
All right. I think that should be a new thing for the Iron Dog, like walk up song.
It would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like they play the song right when they're counting it out 5, 4,
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go. Team 18 or Team 9, and then
Yes.
I'll ask him.
Yes, ask them.
Okay.
Let them know. The fans are
Right.
wanting it.
She's innovating over here.
Yep, let them know.
5 years from now, that's going to be like the biggest feature of Iron Dog.
It would be cool though. They do need some music to get people a
would
little.
be cool.
Because I'm always out there. I'm like, come on, everybody's all quiet like it's a golf tournament. I'm like, dude, I'm getting ready to throw myself to nature. Like, cheer me on, at least clap.
Yes. Walk up songs.
Yes.
All right. Okay, do you know your zodiac sign?
No.
Do you know your zodiac sign?
It's the month you're born.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
the
I
Taurus.
I'm a
think
Taurus.
Taurus?
I'm
Oh,
Taurus,
Taurus.
okay.
Yeah, I'm 420.
All right. I wish I knew more about what a Taurus is, but I don't.
It's a
so.
car from Ford.
Okay. All right.
That's what we are. We're old. We're
You
old
were the
cars
old
from
Ford car.
Ford.
I'm the 5.0 edition, though.
I'm the one before that. The old Beater.
The old Peter the Four
Do
door.
you know what you are?
Taurus.
Oh, you both
Hey,
are.
'cause of
Yeah, you're
April
both
30th.
April.
You're
Okay.
April 20th.
Yeah,
30th, yeah.
both April. All right. Are you sure you are?
What are you?
I
I'm
know
a
that.
Capricorn. Capricorn. December.
It's just some made up garbage.
I know.
Doesn't mean anything.
All right. What do you like in your omelet?
Eggs.
They're important questions.
Obviously, eggs. Ham, cheese, mushroom, onion.
All right. Pretty basic.
Yeah, it's pretty bland.
Pretty basic.
Cheese. Don't forget cheese.
What do you
What-
like in your omelet?
You tell me what I like in my omelet.
Egg whites only.
Oh,
Bacon. Peppers, if they have them. Zucchini. And cheese.
Spinach.
Spinach. Spinach is the big one.
is it spinach or is it spinach?
Oh, no, spinach.
You said
What did you say? Spinach?
You said spinach.
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 You added a D.
No, he didn't. No,
Oh,
spinach.
CH. Spinach.
Yeah. No. This is
Spinach.
Spinach?
Spinach.
spinach.
No, you're adding like a J or something. A D
That-
or a J.
Oh, to my wife, that is how you I say you say spinach.
Spinach.
CH.
There's just a CH. There's no, J in
it's
there.
pronounced no be a spinach.
Spinach. No.
Yeah.
No, there's no J. There's no J. in
Wait, now you're
spinach.
saying it's pronounced spinach?
That's
The
how
wife
that's
is
how
That's supposed to be?
wife.
Yeah, but it's spinach.
Who is saying this?
I'm glad we're recording this.
Yeah.
By the way.
Oh, this is an argument we have at the dinner table. Our
But-
family has had this over spinach
There's
or
no
spinach.
J. There's no J in spinach.
Do you say Clinton or Clinton?
I would have to think about that one. Clinton.
Clinton. You don't pronounce the T. Hilton or Hilton?
Hilton.
Why do you pronounce the T in that, but not the T in Clinton?
I don't know, but people do argue about this with mountain. Mountain or mountain?
Mountain,
Mountain.
not mountain. You say
Mountain.
tomato?
Tomato. Tomato.
Great radio.
Okay.
I don't know.
That went off on a
anyway.
tangent there. Okay.
Anyway, do you know your wife's omelet order? Could you?
Yeah.
All right.
Egg whites, ham, onion, bell pepper, spinach,
Spinach.
cheese.
It's got to be pepper jack.
Maybe spinach comes in a can and spinach grows on a plant.
Popeye, if you're out there, call into Snow West. Arr. That's what her omelet would be.
All right. Well, I'm just going to say to the fellas out there, like, know your wife's omelet order. That's important. Right?
Yeah, I know everything
Yeah,
about
no
your
doubt.
wife.
No doubt.
Yes. So the wife can stay in bed and the husband can go get the omelet.
No. Hi-ho, back up the bus. No, wrong.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I'm going wrong then.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing wrong for this long. Okay.
Oh, anyway. Okay. Your most used emoji.
The hand on the face.
Oh, I like that one.
The hand on the face. I think that's my favorite emoji.
I do like that one. And the melty one, like the melty. Have you seen that one? The melty face one?
I don't. Yes, I have.
That one. That one's a good one. What's your most used emoji?
The one where he's just showing his teeth like he.
Oh yes, that's
my-
another one. That's
the
another.
I
one.
use that one more than
That's
anything.
my favorite one, the grimace one.
Yes, I do that. Ooh, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's a lot.
Sorry about
What's your most hated?
Oh, do I have a
Nothing
most
worse than
hated?
getting a thumbs up back, right?
Yeah.
I hate the thumb. That's like basically, you know what that means. It's
Yeah.
like, whatever, dude, sure.
But doesn't the thumbs ups mean something to the youngins? It has like.
My boys will do it and I'll accept it. But from anybody else, you give a thumb, it's basically like, yeah, I read your text. Cool.
But
thumb.
I feel like,
Yeah, it's like,
if
okay, we're
we
not
were to
speaking
ask
anymore.
the younger generation what the thumbs up means, it has an ulterior motive meaning, right? We're not
I have no
we're not
idea.
young
Yeah.
enough, so I don't know. We might have to get the
Oh,
scoop.
yeah,
Or
and ask your daughter.
yeah, it means something else, I think. So anyway,
Oh, great.
yeah. Oh, this is a really great one. This is a really great one.
Can't wait.
If you were athletic, what sport would you play?
Wow. Probably boxing so I could knock people out that ask me these questions. Basketball. I was a basketball player.
Yeah, we've talked about that
Yeah,
before.
that- I wish I would have gotten better at it. I miss it. But yeah.
What position did you play?
I was guard.
Okay.
Sometimes point guard, but mostly guard.
All right.
Yeah.
Mostly just in high school?
High school, and then I just played, just men's and did, college ball for just the fraternity thing, intramurals. That's what I was looking for.
Yes.
We did intramurals, and we won it. We were champions, 94 and 95.
Nice.
UNR intramural champions. I still got the shirt.
Nice.
What's up?
That needs to hit the Instagram sometime.
It might. I think I'm
Matt,
like,
can you still get in that shirt?
yeah.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm
let's
lean,
see.
mean
You are.
mountain machine.
Oh.
What about you? What would you play if you were athletic?
Well, nice. Well, also basketball. We love
yes.
basketball at our house. So yeah, and I did play also in high school. So, but I really love like soccer too. Soccer is cool, and yeah, the one I don't get is football. I don't understand it at all.
A
So
little brutal, but it was kind of cool. Hey, if you don't know it, their son, I watched him over the COVID years, followed him like my own kid. I was yelling at the screen and texting him, Ryan, and saying, well, that wasn't what is that?
We were sharing logins.
We
so
were,
you could get on the
but-
high school broadcast system.
His team, it was so much
it
fun
was
watching.
good. I miss it.
Oh, so much. And even when they lost, like I was mad. It had nothing to do with my life, and I was upset. But yes, your son was a blast to watch play.
They did get robbed though too. So
They did.
Yeah, it was a bummer, but that was a super fun time.
Yes.
Okay, this is also a really great one. I mean, they're all great. These are all great
Oh, these are
questions. How
great,
do you
yeah.
choose? But skincare routine.
This is for
the
snowmobile
fans.
show.
This is for the fans. Well, listen, I didn't plan this, but now that I'm thinking about it, you did have like issues with like the frostbite stuff. So maybe this is a relevant question
Skincare
after all.
I get out of the shower and I put Jergens lotion on.
Okay.
I put it on my forearms, my elbows, my hands, my knees.
Low maintenance.
Yeah,
Low
that's
maintenance.
about it. Just because I remembered as a kid, one of the moms had said, "Hey, your elbows are dry. You and my son need to put lotion on your elbows." I was like, "Oh, you're right." And then now I look at other guys' elbows. I'm like, "You need some lotion."
Every conversation we're having, Smasher's looking down at an angle like,
Look at it, Ryan. Let me see your elbows. Yeah, but no, that's it. It's pretty. The beard takes more than the lotion.
So when you do have the issues on the racing and everything with
Nothing. There's nothing you can
just let it.
Yeah,
What is it? Scab over
Yep,
and everything.
scabs over it, rips. You can't put any fragrance on it. Nothing. Just let it be. It'll heal. Like it's all gone.
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
Is that why we keep the beard?
No.
No?
No. The only place I ever got it was on my cheeks.
Oh, up here.
My nose. And my fingers.
I would think the beard would help though to keep.
No, it turns into a big block of ice.
That's why you got to braid. That's why we braid.
Yeah, it's a big old block of ice.
Oh, let's see. Okay, this is also a great one. These are all great. They're all great.
These are
Can you say something with a Minnesota accent?
no.
Oh, come on. It's all in the O's.
Oh, I was gonna say
all
no.
in the O's.
No. Yeah. Yeah and no. I need if I heard someone say
I know.
it,
I
could
gotta
do it.
have like.
well,
No.
the go-to one, if you go get your groceries, you got to put them in a
Cart.
No.
A cart.
Well, maybe.
Port?
Maybe.
the check stand. They scan your items and then put them in a
Oh, a bag.
A bag.
A bag. A bag.
A bag.
A bag. And you can really hear it, too, yeah.
When we were at Menards, we had, which is another one.
Yes,
Menards.
Menards.
We had to buy some canopies and tables Friday to come set up here. And the lady said, "Would you like a bag?"
A bag.
And I said, "I'm from Idaho, and I just want you to know that's my favorite word out here." And she just looked at me and just picked up the next thing and scanned it.
Oh, yeah, your shoe's out there. Put that in your bag.
Oh, dear. It's wild, though, isn't it, to come out here and hear the difference?
It is. And some people, you can really hear it.
Yeah.
Like the two from from Frank from Carbon Pursuit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and his wife. Yeah.
It's crazy. I wonder if they think that about us, though.
They do. I've asked like other people, like people from New York. They think that we have a weird accent.
Weird accent.
Yeah, these guys go home and say, "Did you hear those people say bag?"
Yeah.
It's like a bog.
Would you like a bag?
It's funny. All right. Well, I can keep going, or I mean, you guys,
one more.
Okay. Well, gosh.
Pick a good one.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to think about this because these are all just so good, just so good. Oh my gosh, I don't know which one. Let me think about it for a second.
Well, then do two, because in my line of work, we always say you can never say one more. You always have to say two.
Well, okay.
Just made her job even harder.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, here's an easy one. This is an easy one. Pulp or no pulp in your
No
OJ?
pulp.
No pulp. He likes
I like
pulp.
pulp.
I
Really?
can't. It's like
It's gross.
it's really gross.
When you drink it, you can feel it in
Yes.
your tongue.
It just reminds me of like the fresh squeezed stuff, like when you cut an orange in half and you squeeze it, and
then you take
Ew.
a
That's
strainer
what it
and you
reminds
strain
me.
that.
Nope.
Yeah, you don't need texture
No,
in your drink.
no.
Like, you don't need it. It's
I
just
just like oranges though, so I just love eating them.
I can see it and believe you, but I might hurl.
Just throw up a little bit in your mouth there.
Yeah,
I can see it and I can believe you, but no.
we're good. We're good there. No, thank you.
Oh, okay. Final one, I guess. And like I said, they're all so good. Yeah, drum roll for this
Okay.
one. This is a good one. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you much for this show.
No,
This
I'm
was
still
just
thinking about
amazing.
A
Okay.
horse-sized duck.
Or 100 duck-sized horses?
Duck.
Duck-sized
What?
horses.
Duck?
Say that 10 times fast.
Duck-sized horses. Duck-sized horses. Or
Or
horse.
one horse-sized duck.
The 100 duck-sized horses. Because the big duck, I don't know how aggressive ducks are. Like, is this going to fly away?
they're gonna peck you with their
Yeah,
beaks.
they will. They
They're gonna
might.
peck you with your beaks.
Yeah, but they're little.
Yeah.
No, wait, that's the horse. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
a horse-sized beak is going to be this big.
Yeah.
You can't go up against that. You're not winning that one.
No, you're not winning
Or
any of them.
100 duck-sized horses.
100?
Those wouldn't that be cute?
You would
I
just
would punt the heck
you would
out of
just be
Cute
kicking
little-
left and right.
I would do that.
Cute little. So yeah,
Because-
we got to go the 100.
Yeah, because I
think.
can't bend down very well anymore. So, and I don't even know if I could kick.
I'm just gonna punk kick.
Yeah, you might. I have to. I can't even run. I'm done. Like I can't run. I can't kick. I can ride a snowmobile. That's
But you
it.
can go ride Iron Dog. That's so bizarre.
Isn't that? Well, it's because it's. I don't have to move with just the upper body. The upper body's okay. It's the lower body that's taking the beating.
Well, that's all I got, guys.
That's it.
All
I
right.
mean, I came with
Good job.
with the questions that the fans want to know. I mean, it just is what
Did
it
you
is.
ask these to other people too?
No, you're the guinea
these
pig.
were saved only for you, and we
Oh.
workshopped these. I mean, we really, really worked hard on these. So
Yeah.
They're very unique. I do like them.
I think we need to keep it going. I want to ask these questions to Keith Curtis and Chris
You need
Moran.
to. You need to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yes, Keith is dying to be talking to me about pulp.
Keith,
He would be-
Keith is like the guy
Yeah.
about pulp. Like you ask him about, he'll tell you how much more vitamin C is in.
Yeah, you got to ask him something about would you rather eat 10 Big Macs or 10 bean burritos from McDonald's?
Yeah, I could get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could get into that.
You got to throw him up out of their realm. So he's like, well, gee, let me look up the.
Well, yeah, because that guy eats
Calories
that-
over here.
He eats kale for dessert, so you're not. Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to ask him. Yeah.
All right, well, I'd have to workshop some more questions for that. So
Well, guess what? You have 365 days. 364 days now.
That's true.
We'll get Keith at the new studio in Idaho Falls, and we'll get this setup going. We'll hit him with some questions.
Yeah, it was a good
I'll
time,
tune into
right?
that one.
Okay.
All right. Well,
All
thanks
right.
for watching. Kris Smasher, Kaltenbacher, fresh from Iron Dog. Going to go race it again. Number 4. Looking for that.
Walk-up song. Watch for the walk-up song.
Oh, yeah. You got to play the walk-up song. Looking for that Happy Gilmore check.
Please pray for me. Come on, give me some good vibes.
It's coming. Special guest Candace coming on with the questions. I'm your host, Ryan Harris. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. Go back and watch the other episodes. We shot a whole bunch new going into Heydays this weekend. And go to snowwest.com and check out, we've got the new hoodies, new T-shirts. We got hats on there. Snowwest.com, you can get all this stuff. Hats and everything you can find. Subscribe to the magazine. We still do the magazine. We're in our 52nd year of printing Snow West magazine.
Wow.
Not going away anytime soon. Man, that's been around. There's some stories in that, too.
I've got some of your older ones. Like old ones.
Like Snowmobile West, like way back in the day.
Yeah, I've got ones with Jared Sessions in there and Anthony O'Berty in there.
Old. That's like 20 years old.
What'd you say, 50?
Yeah,
52?
52 years.
Okay, well.
Yeah, that's a long.
And then Sledheads magazine. Maybe we need to revive Sledheads because that was some cool era stuff.
I've got them under my bed. I've got like probably 20 issues, and it was crazy because I used to think, man, I want to be in that.
Yeah, and then
boom.
you were. Yeah, you made the cover.
Boom, and then boom.
Here I am. Boom.
And then the beard.
The beard. Now the beard is
disappeared. All right, but thanks for watching. We really appreciate you watching. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify if you're on the road and you just want to listen. But if you're on YouTube, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next episode.